Hi, my name is Sasha. Welcome back to Sash Reads, and this is my September wrap-up. So for the month of September, I read a total of 11 books, which is pretty good. It's going to be my average, I think, because the last couple of months have all been 11, which is, I think, really good for me. Hopefully I can keep that momentum going. I read a total of 3,500 pages or thereabouts. One book did not have a page count on Goodreads, and because it was a e-arc, it was a PDF for my Kindle. Sorry, no pages. I read 3 authors of color. My favorite book of the month was The American Roommate Experiment by Elena Ames. Definitely 5 out of 5 stars. I do have a reading vlog of me reading that. If you want to watch me cry and laugh and just feel all the feels, go ahead and watch it. And then my worst book was Don't Tell Me No by Honey Chanel. It's only 3 stars, but it just, I don't know, I think I just read it for the sake of reading it. It wasn't really a favorite. So yes, let's go into the breakdown. I had 7 5-star reads, 3 4-star reads, and 1 3-star read. I read 7 ebooks, 3 audiobooks, and 1 physical. So I'm definitely getting more into the audiobooks now that I can use Libby and Hoopla, and I'm utilizing them. I'm definitely getting more things done now because I'm driving a lot too. So let's start off with the first book I read for the month, which was A Highlander for Hannah by Mary Warren. This was my first 5-star read of the month. This is the e-arc that didn't have any page numbers, and I absolutely loved it. You've got the plus size rep there, and so basically it's like reverse Outlander. Hannah, she's living a pretty mediocre life. Her job at the law firm, she just wasn't feeling it because someone else got a promotion that she deserved because the other person was skinnier. And then she breaks up with her boyfriend because he's just a deadbeat. And so she like basically upends her life, goes back to her family home, which is on a farm. And then while she's there, there's this Renaissance fair happening. So her and her best friend go check out the Renaissance fair and buys a love potion from this witch. So she does the love potion, and then the next day, this Scotsman from the 1700s pops up in her barn, and it goes from there. And I loved the commentary, like Hannah and her relationship with her mum about their weight, and just his name's not Jamie, his name's Graham. He just gives me Jamie vibes though. Like the cover, he looks like Jamie, doesn't he? Graham and Hannah, I love them for each other, and I think they're definitely soulmates. The next book I read was my favorite of the month. I actually have it here, and that is The American Roommate Experiment by Elena Ames. This follows Rosie and Lucas, where they live in Lucas's cousin's apartment for a couple of weeks because Rosie's apartment is unlivable and Lucas is visiting from Spain. So you've got false proximity, you've got fake dating, as in she's a romance novelist, right? And she's having trouble writing her next book. So Lucas like takes her on some fake dates to get Rosie's like muse back, basically. Now I do feel like the author definitely self-inserted herself a lot into this book, but that was okay. I enjoyed it, and I love Rosie and Lucas. Lucas is just, I love him a lot. He is my newest fictional crush, and I just love it. I really want to pick up The Spanish Love Deception and see if maybe Aaron is my next one, but I think because Lucas is more casual, he's definitely more on my type of guy. The next book I read was for Riley Marie's first 24-hour readathon. I read Savage Games by Rachel Lee. I gave this 4 out of 5 stars. This is a bully romance set in this academy. So basically there's this girl who's part of her parents, her family is part of like this hierarchy sort of like cult thing. It's not really a cult, but basically she didn't want to be part of that system, so she goes to normal school, but something happens and her parents are like, okay, that's it, you're going to this academy where we went, and you're just gonna have to graduate there, and for some reason I can't quite remember. Anyway, then you've got these 4 bullies who are trying to get her to drop out. One of them's sister is actually the main girl's best friend, but she's in a coma, and so the main girl kind of has a thing with all of them. I'm not quite sure if it's reverse harem just yet. Like, I don't know if she will end up with just one of them in the end. Seeing as I read Zodiac Academy and I'm okay with bully romances now, I enjoyed Savage Games, and I'm keen to see where it will go, and if the main character will remain a badass. Next book I read was also for the 24-hour readathon, and that was Don't Tell Me No by Honey Chanel. So this is a sapphic dom-sub relationship. Basically, this chick, her husband has been caught like embezzling money, and so his boss is like, look, I won't call the cops if you sign your wife over to me for a year. And he's like, okay. So the wife becomes a good little sub for her, and the wife ends up starting getting feelings, and then the dom was all like basically she's been flirting with the wife for like ages now, and she's always wanted the wife, and so this is finally her chance to get it. Oh, not centered around a sex club like Wicked Villains or Salacious Players Club, but there was also one scene where there was a sex club. It was okay. I wouldn't read it again though. I then read Their Vicious Darling by Nikki St. Croix. This was 4 out of 5 stars as well. Not as great as the dark one. I liked how Winnie became even more of a badass than what she already was, and how Peter and Vane like let her, like stopped trying to like coddle her and just let her grow wings basically. Nikki St. Croix is definitely known for her cliffhangers. If you hate cliffhangers, don't read the series until it's finished, because the end of her book is just jaw-dropping and you just need the next one immediately. I then listened to The Last Housewife by what's her name, Ashley Winstead. I read this for part of the Supernatural readathon that I participated in. I'll link my vlog up above and down below for you. I gave this one 5 out of 5 stars. This was amazing. So this is a thriller about this girl finds out that one of her best friends from college has died, so she goes back to the college to like kind of find out why she died, because she doesn't believe it's a suicide, because it's exactly the same way as their other best friend from that trio died like 8 or 9 years ago when they were still in college. So it's got split timelines, like what happened then, what happened now, and it's about how her and these 2 other girls became part of this little like sex cult, and then you've got this podcast type dude who is the main character's best friend from when they were in like high school, and he's now trying to figure out the murder as well, and so they go along and try to undercover like what is going on, and it was amazing. I really enjoyed it. It's scary because this sort of stuff happens in real life, and yes, there was some twists there that I was like, nah, and that happened. I was like, oh. Yes, all in all, such a good book. Definitely recommend reading it. I really want to pick up In My Dreams I Hold a Knife, which is the debut novel from this author. I then read The Sea Witch by Katie Robert. This is the 5th book in the Wicked Villains and focuses on Ariel, Ursula and Eric, but they've changed their names. So you've got Zuriel, who is Vietnamese. You've got Eric, who is now Alaric, and then Ursa, who is black. And I really enjoyed it. Not as good as like A Worthy Opponent. I really liked some of the conversations between the 3. I really did enjoy that Eric and Ursula was already an established couple, and then they brought Ariel into it. But there were some decisions that Ariel made, I'm like, you're so dumb.
You are so dumb. You are really dumb, for real.
Why would you do that? But then in the end, it all kind of worked out. But yes, I'm very sad because the next book, Queen Take Rose, is the last book of the series, and I'm going to be finished it, and I don't know what I'm going to do. Like, that's crazy to me. I then read Love Flushed, which was another E-arc, and that is by Evie Mitchell. This focuses on Anne, who has Crohn's disease, and on Lincoln, who basically jilted her 10 years ago, and they are back and they need to kind of work together so their respective businesses will thrive instead of fail. And so I really enjoyed this one as well. I love the sexy scenes between them and how Lincoln is very, very giving. And I liked how it kind of informed me about Crohn's disease as well. I went and like looked it up afterwards. But the author, Evie Mitchell, actually does have Crohn's disease herself. So having her like talk about it and put it in a book, like, it's definitely good disability rep there. This was also contested for favorite book of the month. So definitely go pick up the All Access series by Evie Mitchell. I then listened to Burn Down, Rise Up by Vincent Toretto, I think their name is. And this was a YA horror about this girl whose friend's cousin goes missing, and so they try to uncover what happened to him, and it's sapphic, and you've got like creepypasta sort of things happening, and it's all like very scary to listen to. It like definitely put me into like the Halloween vibes, so definitely pick this up if you haven't already. I then read The Reckoning by Carolyn Peckham and Susan Valenti. This is the third book in the Zodiac Academy series. This book was so good. Oh my gosh, I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. So definitely the rest of the books I think will be 5 stars as well. But the relationships, like, I am a Blue and Lance stan. Lance Orion is just, he also competes for book boyfriend, book husband. Just their relationship. Tori, I think, she's having fun and she's allowed to have fun, but also could you be a bit more smart, girlfriend? Other than that, the competition part of the book where they need to compete for their place in the school, I really enjoyed that, and how the decisions they made together. I really like reading from the boys' perspectives and how we are getting other POVs. I'm really loving this series. And then I just read that they're bringing out a 9th book now. So the 8th book is coming out in December, and they've split it in half. So it's going to be number 9 now as well. Cannot wait. I think I was going to start Dark Fae next because that's what they released next, which is the first book in the Ruthless Boys of the Zodiac. But at the end of this, I'm like, I need to read Shadow Princess, like, now. And then the last book of the month, I listened to The Keeper of Night by Kylie Lee Baker. This was a reread for me because The Empress of Time has come out. It just came out after I read this, and I had an e-arc for it, so I wanted to get back into this world and just feel everything that Ren felt again, so I could read Empress of Time. But I didn't get to finish Empress of Time in September, so you will hear about it in my October wrap up. But The Keeper of Night focuses on Ren Scarborough, who is half British Reaper and half Japanese Shinigami. Basically, when she's part of the Reapers, they don't call her a Reaper because she is half Japanese, but she's not allowed to use her Shinigami powers. Anyway, she accidentally uses them on someone very important, so she runs away from London to Japan to try and find her mum. Anyway, when she gets to the Japanese underworld, she meets the Goddess of Death, who's like, look, if you do these 3 tasks for me, I'll tell you all your answers that you want. She's very morally grey. We meet another morally grey love interest, and all in all, I love this book. It is not very gory, but it is kind of gory in some instances. But yes, I love this duology, and Kylie Lee Baker is amazing, and she's an author, and just pick this book up, please. Just do it. Like, if you do anything, just pick this book up. So that is all the books that I read in the month of September. Let me know down below, what did you read? What was your favorite book of the month? And I'm gonna try something different. I'm gonna try something cute, something quirky. If you finished the end of this video, put like the brown heart emoji in the comments below, because I'm like did the brown makeup and the brown shirt today instead of my normal pink makeup. But yes, don't forget you can like, comment and subscribe if you want to see more by me. You can also add me on Goodreads, Instagram and Twitter. That's all at Sash Reads. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. I'll see you next time. Bye!